So this next piece is dedicated to my friend Michelle, who lost her life to depression, and this is called It's Okay to Cry. It's okay to cry. It's not really okay to cry in a grocery store. Crying in a grocery store is something you can get away with like once, maybe twice in your life, and is this that day? Crying in the grocery store is admitting to the world that you can't hold it together long enough to buy peanut butter and bread. Who wants to be that person? Grief distills in a liquid form. It will fester, ferment, and rot away your insides if you refuse to release it. Let your tears wear out your eyes because it's better than letting them destroy your heart. Crying on a bus is a little bit awkward. You can't really go anywhere, and everyone's trapped there with your grief, your crying. You don't want them to say anything because that takes this intimate hurt you're feeling and makes it public property. But it's pretty weird that you're in this enclosed space weeping and everyone's pretending like that's normal. Tears on the face of a friend are as precious as pearls and twice as rare. They are a physical manifestation of your love. As you feel their grief and their pain, the body responds and produces tears. Crying at work really needs to be done in a bathroom stall. You can be in a bathroom stall about once every other hour, but you can't really be there all day. Crying in a cubicle broadcasts your pain to coworkers who do not want to deal with it. And if they do want to deal with it, isn't that a little odd? Crying in an office opens up the frightening possibility of being walked in on when you thought you were crying alone. And it does not matter how thick that door is. People are going to know that you were crying in the office. When an emotion is so big, so deep, so overwhelming, the body aches to release it. Let the skies drink up your tears because your little body will burst if you refuse to use this release valve. It really is okay to cry at church. At certain moments. Crying during worship is an implicit indication that you're having some kind of profound spiritual experience, so it's a little dishonest to cry just because you're sad. Crying during the sermon is considered impolite, unless the preacher is trying to make you cry. Who wants to go to that church? You can cry while people are praying for you, but you just have to be done by the time they are. Crying is as basic as any other physical response. Babies cry from the moment they are born, free to avail themselves of the most primal expression. Why do we make it all so complicated? Why reach for some ultimate catharsis when we can just cry? Isn't it okay to cry?